Hello, my tasty tenderloins. It's Michelle Visage, and welcome to another episode of Whatcha, Packin. And we have a living legend here with us today from season 2, from All Stars 1. It's the Pandora Box. Hi, Pandy Bear.
Hi. I know that you always say that the show was started in season 3, but I was season 2.
That's just a little joke because it's when I started, Pandy. I was a big fan of seasons 1 and 2.
I know. I was very scared of you, though. Like, the first time I ever met you, I was scared. I was like, oh, God, what is she going to say? Is she going to like me? Is she all right?
You were scared of me watching me on season 3 before we had met?
Yes, because you were such a...
What?
When I met you, I was like, nope, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're cut of the same cloth.
When I heard that you were coming back, I was so excited because I was like, okay, she gets another chance to do it, not in a team, showing who Pandora is. Did you have a good time? I know that you were really quiet in the beginning, but we're going to get into that. Did you have a good, yeah, you were, don't make a face. Did you have a good time in general?
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
I know that you could relate to this, that I have resting bitch face.
Right. I can relate.
I also have to try to compensate for that. And also that my facial expressions say a lot before I want to say anything.
Right.
I was excited to come on and redeem myself from All Stars 1 because I couldn't do worse. Like, I couldn't do worse than All Stars 1. I wanted to come on and be like, okay,
Right.
she's not a wretched bitch. Let her come on and do things.
Well, you're so beloved in the Drag Race fandom and in the community. And even though it was season 2, the love for you is still very strong. You know, we're now on season 13, but people still love Pandora Box. When you came on in the beginning, and I had said to you, you're holding back. See the way we are right now? That's how I know you to be. And I felt that you were being very reserved.
Well, it really upset me when you said that, actually.
Okay, go on.
I wasn't holding back. It was just like, I was trying not to have resting bitch face. So I was trying to have this glaze over my, like, it was like, I'm just trying to be like this. Because, girl, you gave me some dirty ass looks when I was out there. Like, you were just like this.
That's my job,
And I'm like,
Pandora. That is my
I
job.
know, but I was like, wow. And then when we got to talk, I didn't remember what was going on because my feet hurt. I was like, okay, well, whatever's happening. And also, here's the thing.
Okay.
I was on the show with a lot of loud ass queens
Yes.
who were talking nonstop.
Yes. So that happens a lot when you are around people who demand much oxygen and they suck it up in the room. It is harder because then you're fighting for airtime. So I understand that too. And my comments directed to you were because that was for me to say to you, give us more of what I know. Now, that didn't show in your performance. Your performance was amazing.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
We got to see Carol Channing again in the halftime.
Which I never thought that I would do Carol Channing on Drag Race again. But when it came up, I was like, wait, okay. She is the first entertainer
Yes.
ever
Yes.
for the halftime shows. And I was like, I feel like she's coming down from me, like from the heavens and saying, you are doing her one more time.
Was that fun for you? It was fun to watch.
It was amazing. And it was amazing to watch all of the performances in that because I feel like that's going to be like such an iconic Drag Race moment with all of the Super Bowl performances.
So that brings us to Snatch Game this time around.
Oh God, no. Can we not talk about that?
Yes, we don't have to.
You know, here's the thing.
Okay,
Like,
all right, come on, Candy.
it's 100% disappointing for me to leave on the challenge that everyone thought I was going to do well on.
Right.
Heartbreaking.
I understand it. It just happened to me on a dancing show, the show that I thought I was going to get perfect score on.
Oh no, you did Madonna.
I
Vogue.
got
saw.
sent home. But the point is, it's disappointing because, let me tell you why. We put too much pressure on ourselves. We have an expectation that we built up for ourselves of what we think the world is going to say and think and do. And when it doesn't turn out that way, we are our own biggest disappointment.
Yes, and I can tell you, in the decade since I was on Drag Race, like 10 years, the only thing I always hear about is Carol Channing. Say raspberries, Carol Channing. And even when I was on the show, Ru kept talking about that Carol Channing, and I'm like, oh my God. And then the Snatch Game, I was like, I was really prepared with that character, but once the one joke didn't land, I was like, oh God, Ru's not laughing.
Right.
And because the three that went before us had such an amazing dynamic. I mean, except for, Trinity was like a Ginger, and Kylie had this great dynamic. And when we went on there, we didn't. And once that first joke didn't land, I literally was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Okay. It was really heartbreaking and disappointing because I'm like, this is the episode I leave on.
Did you know it?
I knew when Ru didn't laugh, when I saw Ru's face, it's easy to make Ru laugh. And when I didn't, I went,
Yeah.
I was like, I can't, I know I keep swearing, but I'm like, I just have to stay in character. At least I have to do that and keep going because it's just not, it's not working.
No, you did stay in character, and you, on a whole, I thought were really good. You're a queen that the girls really look up to, and you were there to represent. I think you did a good job. Are you proud of what you did?
That's wonderful to hear. Aside from your bitch face that you always gave me when I was out there, I think you gave me more of a bitch face because I know you. You're like, I'm gonna go like this.
I do go harder on the girls that I know. I do. I definitely do. Because I think when you know me, you expect a little bit of softness from me. And I don't ever want any queen like Kylie, who I don't know as well because I haven't spent time with her. And I don't want her to think, well, she knows how much time I've spent with you. I don't want any queen to think that I'm giving the queens that I know special attention.
Your resting bitch face was on point.
Thank you.
But no, I actually, like, on the main stage, I was having fun. And I know that I have great outfits and I'm having fun doing it. If you watch season 2, it was always just, you're terrible, you're awful, I don't like your style, every time. So it was exciting to go out and going, okay, you really can't say too much about these outfits because they're good. And also I will say that our season, everybody was really on point.
Oh,
this was a season that really was like even backstage and around everybody, I'm like, you can't critique really anything that's going on in this runway. When we had to vote people off, I'm like,
I know.
How do I do this? Because there was nobody that was terrible ever.
No.
I mean, Jiggly's sweater thing was not great, but everything else.
But Pandy, as Drag Race goes on, the better these kids are. They don't leave any stone unturned because they've seen me, say, no, that's not going to work. This is not. So they don't take chances anymore. And it's unbelievable the talent that is coming out of the woodwork. And it makes you kids that have been around for a minute work even harder. I loved everything that you did. I loved everything that you wore. I loved that, Dallas, one of your designers that you work with, is a friend of mine, and I think her work is impeccable.
Who couldn't do any of my outfits except for the Carol Channing one because she was working on the Jinx and Dela Christmas special.
But you're
and so she
not
only
bitter.
did one.
You're not bitter, are you?
Oh no, I am bitter.
Pandy, tell me about this look. I know that you wore this on the main stage. Who made this, and how do you get a fabric with your face all over it?
The cape is gorgeous. I had the fabric printed in LA, but it took so long to get the fabric, to get it to Julio Quintero that did the cape, that time was pressed for it. And then Angina Angina painted all of it.
Oh, wow.
And I got it 2 a.m. the night before I was leaving because the paint was taking so long to dry. This outfit was like the one that I was like, good God, please, I hope they like this. Because I knew I was probably going home because my Snatch Game was not great.
Right.
And then everybody loved the outfit. I was like, at least they love the outfit.
Yeah, it was adorable. And I think it's really cool to have your own face on a cape. See, I'm smiling.
You are? That's actually almost a legit smile.
Well, kind of. I am so proud of you, and I'm so happy that you are a part of this. I think your energy is necessary. I'm sorry my resting bitch face upset you, but you know that I love you from the depth of my soul.
It did, but then I kind of was like, wait, that was the same face she had on the bus where we were waiting for people, and you're the first person on that bus waiting.
I love you, and I'm so happy and so proud of you, and thank you so much for joining me today, sweetheart.
I love you too, I do.
You better.
No, I do.
Okay, good.
I'm Venmoing you a tip right now.
Perfect. I have a Cash App too. Thank you so much, Pandora Box. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Whatcha Packin. I'll see you next time. Mwah.
Nothing's gonna stop it. Don't it feel so good when we put it so dangerous?
Subscribe to the Drag Race YouTube channel for all things Drag Race.